to where I am now, you know, it is good. And in terms of then like nutrition as well, if you told me if I was in a coma and I woke up and I forgot everything and you told me, oh, you used to have an eating disorder, I'd be like, I absolutely do not believe you. For the way I live my life now, it's like absolutely not. Because it's funny though, because like I then identified I was anorexic, I was sick, I that was my identity then. So coming out of recovery, kind of thinking that's how I identify now. If I recover entirely and I lose that identity, who am I again? You know? But like I truly believe that I've completely disassociated from all of that now and I can just live my life out and train and eat as much as I can, not a bother, which is it's a great revelation, really.
And you are still quite young in terms of endurance sports because a lot of people, as you said, the sprint distances and all, it's the Olympic distances. They're all getting into that in their teens. Same as the swimming, high performance. Now that you're looking at a fantastic background in swimming, you're looking at what has already been a very successful 3 years of a triathlon career in the middle distance all the way up to the full distance is what you're going to try in 2 weeks. Do you feel like this is now your opportunity to kind of put a lot of this behind you and say, okay, this is my new future. What's happened has happened. This is my foundation. Let's see what identity I can build over the next 10 years.
That's it. Yeah. Like I am a triathlete now, you know. Um that that's the next journey that I'm kind of taking on. I kind of found that the physical side was taken care of a lot of, but the mental side, not just in terms of eating, but like, you know, a lot of it, like I was just depressed to say. I just didn't like life when I was going through all of those awful times, you know. I always thought that was the way I would live my life and kind of like yeah, realizing now that like that was not normal. That wasn't a normal way to live your life, you know, being just not knowing who you were, kind of just getting through instead of being determined and, you know, having goals, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's definitely a completely different mindset.
And now that you're doing such long mileage, and we talk about the mental side of triathlon, and a lot of our guests have talked about it's just you, the road, the bike, the runs. How do you find that mental release now, knowing what you know and having had some challenges in your past? And to be honest, good, bad, or different, and we appreciate your honesty in it. It's nice to talk about it, and thanks for sharing. But each one of these challenges we face adds in that element of resilience as well. So how do you find that works for you now with that mental challenge of a full Ironman and all those long training sessions on your own?
I've really enjoyed it and I definitely think like all of the times in my life have kind of added up to this moment to really improve my resilience. You know, I kind of like to think of it as though like I know I was this like tiny little 14-year-old girl, like kind of carrying the whole weight of the world. And if she can get through anything when she was literally on death's doorstep, like you know, an Ironman is nothing compared to that, you know. Kind of during my like long rides, long sessions, I just think of like my Strava captions. I love Strava. And, you know, if I just have a funny Strava caption, even if it takes the 5 or 6 hours to think of, that's a productive session. And, you know, I'll just put it together.
Y- I can only imagine your Strava last August. And I don't, am I right in saying you did the Ironman Warsaw 70.3 and Cork in the same month?
I did Warsaw in June and I
Oh,
did
June, sorry.
Cork and the World Champs in Lacti in a week.
That's the one you did back to back. Sorry, I knew
Oh
you two of them
my
back to back
God.
in a week that I wanted to
Yeah.
talk about. Um,
So yeah, much to surprise my coach. So I qualified for Lacti in Warsaw and I'd always wanted to do Cork as well. Like God bless. Cork, it was a great race, but unfortunate. But yeah, so I knew I was going to do Cork anyway. And when I did my first half in Marbella, I had a really bad bike crash. But like the marshals told me I was done for. I hit around about 10K into the cycle and I was like, no,
Oh,
I'm finishing this race, right? I came
yeah.
out with the most awful black eye